Hey guys, what is up, and I welcome each and every one of you to a new League of Legends video. So today we have a very special video, guys. Apparently Riot is doing a mini rework over to our boy Rammus. Rammus update coming soon. And they're going to be talking about it in this post. Now, this is not something I'm sure a lot of people expected. I mean, Rammus. Of all champions, Rammus getting a mini rework. Pretty exciting stuff. So if you guys are excited, whatever, blah, 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 blue, blah, blah, blue. Don't forget to hit that like button, but let's just get this party started, guys. Disclaimer, whatever. We don't read the fine print. We just go straight to the juicy information. So let's get this party started. Small Rammus update coming out soon. So usually this means a mini rework. Pretty much the same way that they would do a mini rework to like the Diana changes. Remember they did it to Wukong? Those ones. That's a small change according to Riot. Like a big change is a full rework. Like Volibear, for instance. That's like a big change. So I'm expecting changes similar to, again, Diana, Wukong, Rise. Those kind of changes coming over to Mr. Rammus. Let's check it out. So if you watched... I don't know what I clicked on. If you watch Wild Rift section of the season 2021 opening day, you saw their plans for bringing Rammus to their game through a freshened up take on this classic champion from the early days of LoL. The Wild Rift and the League PC teams share the same core design values, so we approached projects like champion updates together so that we can craft the best champions for each game's needs. With Rammus in particular, we collaborated to upgrade the parts of his gameplay that had aged the most, while keeping his iconic speedy core intact. Generally, we want LoL PC and Wild Rift to be as similar as possible, but in the end, we'd rather have differences between League PC and Wild Rift than force one game to use the other's design where it just doesn't make sense. I mean, cool, that makes sense, yeah. Looking at Rammus's biggest areas for improvement on PC, we put together a small list of changes to keep his core play pattern intact, but upgrade some of the spells, like his ultimate, that are most under-delivering. True, his ultimate is... I think his Powerball thing and Taunt, I think those two for sure have to stay. I think his passive, his W, and his ult are the ones that could change. That's my opinion. I think his Powerball is iconic. You can't change that. His ultimate, however, let's be honest here. There's a lot left to be desired, that's for sure. So, the goals. Increase gameplay options for Rammus. Give a historically linear character more choices and interactions beyond just running at someone and taunting. Broadening gameplay should also help Rammus out in higher MMRs. Giving Rammus players a distinctive high point that properly reflects his high speed fantasy. That's pretty cool. I wonder if you can like you go faster and faster or something. I don't know. Aim is to be power neutral with the understanding that these tools, or new tools rather, probably buff him a bit at high MMR and improve clarity and satisfaction on both the visual effects and the sound effects. So we got nice little clips here, lads. Let's check this out. So what is this? So that's, I guess, one of his ultimates potentially. Or, that's pretty cool, actually. So he does a jump. So instead of like having the ground constantly tremor under him, he does like a little leap like this, giving him some interesting gap closing, actually, which he has none of other than his Q. But this is like a true gap close, like a leap, essentially. And then as he lands, he does little tremors on the ground for that specific area where he lands, which is actually pretty cool. So if you land and then taunt instantly, you pretty much keep them for the majority of the duration. So that's actually pretty cool. And then we have this, which is Powerball. Oh my lord! His Powerball has him jump. Oh, you can combine it with his ultimate. Sorry, my mistake. So you can actually use his ultimate while you Powerball. So you can have... That's pretty cool. So you can jump while Powerballing. But the thing that's interesting to note is, so watch, when he ults here, you can see the AoE looks different than when he ults here, which is weird. So it looks like if you use your ultimate while in Powerball, it does give like a little bit of an extra effect, because here, it's just one circle with a little icon in the center. Nothing really, no actual circle. But if you look at it here, when he ults, there's another circle inside. So it seems like maybe if you're doing it with Powerball and the ultimate combined together, it has like an extra effect where it's like extra damage maybe directly in the center like this. That's what it seems like. But that's just me speculating, of course. That's pretty exciting stuff. Guys, let me know what you think about that down below in the comment section. New R combo with... Oh, yeah. So this is new R and new R combo with Q. Yeah. So changes. There are some changes here as well for Mr. Rammus, too. Let's take a look, guys. Changes. So puncturing taunt is E-ability, of course. The actual taunt. Duration increased by 250% on monsters. I mean, okay, I don't know. Does that really change anything? Anyway, the cooldown is now at 12 seconds, all ranks. So that's a little bit of a nerf. The taunt duration is now 1 to 2 seconds. And then the trimming some power here to account for his powerful new ultimates. Damn. So his taunt duration is a little bit shorter overall now, just across the board. 0.25 seconds, pretty much shorter across the board. And then you have his ultimates. Soaring Slam, new ultimates. Rammus leaps into the air and slams down at a target location, dealing magic damage and slowing enemies for 1 second. If Soaring Slam is cast while Rammus is powerballing, which is what we just talked about actually, enemies near the center are also knocked up and take Powerball's collision damage, ending Powerball's effect. So we were pretty much correct on that, which is pretty cool. That's a cool effect. I like that little, that little synergy. It makes sense to me. Rammus also generates 3 additional aftershocks at the target location, each one dealing small amounts of magic damage and refreshing the initial slow. And the Soaring Slam deals 200% damage to turrets, so it still is powerful against turrets. The range is increased based on Rammus's movement speed, also makes sense. The faster you're going, the faster you can leap off of that momentum, makes sense as well. And the cooldown is being increased by 20 seconds. We haven't forgotten about Tahm Kench's small update that we teased a few months back. He's still in our plans, just taking longer because there is more involved art and sound work to do to make him polished and shipworthy. Thanks for the patience, and we'll update again when it's coming to live. Thanks again for playing League with us. Stay safe out there. Now, before we end, I actually want to quickly check out this video that they talked about in Wild Rift with Rammus.
Rolling in sometime after will be Rammus the Armadillo.
Kind of curious
we
what
want
they
to
have here.
preserve Rammus's fantasy of gotta go fast, and saw an opportunity to Wild Drift. Rammus
Yikes.
now passively rolls,
look at-
gaining
dude!
out of combat movement speed, and the twin stick controls give
Wait,
Rammus a
he
new way
passively
to
rolls in Wild Rift. Dude, they need to add that to League of Legends 100%. Are you kidding me? Look at this.
drift.
He's just
Rammus
passively
now
rolling.
passively rolls,
Always.
gaining out of combat movement speed, and the twin stick
Come
controls
on.
give Rammus a new way to really zoom around the map.
Come
Rammus's
on.
new ultimate,
We need that.
Soaring Slam, enables him to leap into the air and
Yeah, so
create
that's what they got
tremors
from Wild
where he
Rift and
lands.
put it into League
The
PC.
size of the tremors
Pretty cool.
are based on his Powerball speed.
Pretty cool stuff, man.
With these changes, we're hoping Rammus can feel more than okay on Wild Rift. And
Mundo.
finally, as for Dr. Mundo,
Maybe we can
his
get
update will be
hints on
coming
Mundo
to
here.
Wild Rift a bit later in the year, because
The Mundo
right now
rework.
we're focused on getting the game in as many hands as possible.
Quickly, just
So
take
while
a look.
Mundo will still go where he pleases, he'll just be taking his time getting there as he pleases. Ready to Wild
Dude,
Drift.
I knew we need this.
Rammus-
Like, I'm sorry, Riot, but we need this in League PC as well. He's constantly rolling. That just makes sense, man. It's
now
so
passively
good.
rolls, gaining out of combat movement speed, and the twin stick controls.
That's
give
so
Ram-
sick. That's so sick. I like that a lot. So it seems like they got the ultimate idea from Wild Rift, which makes sense, which is actually pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, that's about it for this video, guys. I don't know. So I want you to let me know down in the comments below. What do you think about this? If you want me to make a video on the new Rammus like mini rework, once it hits on the PvE server, whenever that is, I'm not sure when it'll be, but probably next week. Let me know by simply hitting that like button, and I'll have a video up for you guys. Probably next week at this rate, I'm assuming, which will be pretty fun to test out and see how it is and how it actually plays in an actual game, things like that, which I think will be cool to see. I do like these changes, and I want you guys to let me know what you think about these changes down below in the comment section as well. But yeah, I'm excited. I did not expect Riot to do any changes to a champion like Rammus. I thought they would keep him because he's a very simple champion, and they would keep his simplicity because it's good to have champions that simple sometimes, but I guess they are doing nice changes, so pretty excited for this. But either way, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Appreciate y'all being here, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.